you guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing how I made this naked cake, as they call it. About a month ago I shared a photo of this cake that we used for my daughter's first birthday photo shoot, and it turned out amazing, so I thought I would share with you guys how I made it, what I used, and some tips for the next time. So let's get started.
My world on fire. You're my heart's desire.
So what I used to make this cake were two just regular yellow cake mixes. I just made them as the box said to make them, and I also got three those small tubs of icing, and I used the whipped icing, and I used white. So that is what I used to make the cake. I ended up, of course, not using the full, as you can see those cupcakes over there, I didn't use the full two boxes, but I needed the second box for a little bit of the third layer. So as you can see, what I'm doing after I baked the cakes, you let them cool completely. I baked them in 8-inch round pans that I got from Joann's. I'll try to link everything below that I used, but those are 8-inch pans. I just baked them as the oven said to. There's the icing, fluffy white whipped. You'll want the whipped because it spreads a lot smoother than the regular icing. But as I said, I just baked the cakes and then in 3 different pans because this was a 3-layer cake. And then once they cooled, I took each one out, and as you saw earlier, I was cutting the top off to flatten it so that I could stack the other cakes on top. Now, this is like the biggest tip that I learned after doing this was cut a lot further up than you saw me cutting, because this ended up making it a little bit lopsided, which you'll see in a minute or later on in this video. Make sure to cut a little bit less off, even to where you have a little bit of a lip on the edge of the cake. It'll just make it a lot more sturdy. I did that on the second layer that you'll see here in a minute when I cut the top off. So just a little tip for when you're cutting off the top to make it flat.
You do. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Just tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world on fire.
And as you can see right here, I'm taking the knife and I'm cutting a little bit higher up than I did on the previous layer so that I have a little bit of a lip on the edge, as you can see. So I just wanted to show you guys that. That is definitely a more preferable way to cut the top off when you're flattening it.
Let me tell you this, let me tell you right now, your exquisite kiss still burning. Didn't know I missed this passion in life. Now I'm addicted somehow. Let me tell you what is up with your smile? It's impossible, not melting, irresistible. When I look through your eyes, not even sky's the limit. I used to be satisfied, stayed over the surface. Now I just can't get enough. You make me feel good like no other. I just want everyone to see what I've discovered. And when I'm with you, I go higher. You lift me up, now I can see so much farther. Beyond the horizon. Beyond the horizon. I'm a butterfly who has only begun, taking me a while to get it. Had to live and cry to appreciate life, and what you give is worth it. When you're holding me, when you hold me so close, I want further in under your skin. Wanna leave a mark so that I can be sure that you remember what's been. I used to be satisfied, stayed over the surface. Now I just can't get enough.
Now once you've iced in between each layer and on top, you're just going to start to ice the edge of the sides of the cake. And you can ice it like you would a normal cake. I did it a little bit thinner because I knew that I was going to be taking off quite a bit of the icing, but you have to get it a little bit thick just so that it doesn't take off the cake as you're spreading it with your knife. So anyway, you'll just see me icing the whole sides of the cake, and then at the end I will go back and start scraping some off to make it look more naked. And one more tip about icing the sides, I found it really helpful when I would scrape off the knife after I iced, because if any of the cake crumbs get on the knife, it's just nice to have a clean knife when you continue spreading. So you'll see me a lot of times wiping the knife off in between every time that I get new icing from the tub. And now that I have the entire cake ice, I'm just going to go around the sides, and I'm just going to go with my knife and scrape off the icing until I get the look that I'm going for. So some people like it a little bit thicker, some people like it really, really scraped off. I think I kind of went in the middle. The icing that is between each layer is going to pop through once you start to scrape the icing off. But yeah, you just scrape until you get what you like. As you can see from this angle, you can tell that it is a little bit lopsided, which is no big deal because for the photo shoot especially, no one's going to see the back of the cake. So I just made kind of that lopsided part, which was due to cutting too much off of the cake. I just made that the back part, so as you can see I'm starting to decorate here, and I just made sure that the part that's going to be photographed is nice and even, and that's where I'm going to start decorating. So I just got these flowers at, you know, a craft shop. I got some at Joann's and Hobby Lobby, and I couldn't find the flower that I liked to put next to the pink one, so I took the bigger one that you see me cutting now, and I just made it smaller by cutting off some of the petals. So I'm basically just going to take the flowers that I bought and just arrange them on top until I get the look that I'm going for. And as far as the flowers go, I simply just cut off the stem of them. These were long-stemmed flowers that you can get in the floral department. I just cut off the stem with wire cutters and placed them on the cake. I did kind of put the stem, I tried to poke it a little bit into the cake so that it would stay, but really the icing keeps all the flowers on it pretty well. So
just wanna hear you say that you want me to. I told you I can't get you off my mind. Come let me hold you now. I wanna lay in your arms. Come let me love you now. Yeah, you're the one that I want. I wanna stay here. I wanna stay here with you. I wanna stay here with you. I lose my breath whenever I see
I wanted to give you a close-up of what the back looked like because it's not so pretty, but it's all right. I just put it on a cake stand and it turned out great, as you'll see here in a minute with the photos. And if you are wondering how I transferred this, because I about freaked out when I realized, oh my gosh, I have to take this in a car. How am I going to transfer this? All I did was I put this on a cookie sheet to transfer in the car and just held my breath. And then when we got there, I had the cake stand and we simply put the entire cake with the parchment paper and we just used an X-Acto knife to cut around the cake. So it looked like it was sitting on a stand by itself.
You set my world on fire. I don't know what I'd do without you. You make me smile, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added color.